Hey, I don't know how many people are going to be joining me right now, but why not? I'm not even going to play my intro right now. Um, I honestly went live because if I have to be completely honest with y'all, I don't know if you guys can hear this. Can you guys hear the screen that I'm sharing? If you're in here. Um, all I have to say is I am absolutely and I'm taken over by this whole manhunt. Audio, let me make sure. Um, the only problem is I hope I'm not sure if you guys can hear. Let me see. And I'm pretty sure that nobody's going to comment in the comment section because that's normally a normal thing to happen if, I mean, things don't pan out the way that everybody wants them to. So, um, let me see. Let me see my channel. I just want to hear if you guys can hear him. So, let me see. Hey, Jess Mom, stop. Let's talk about about boobs or music. What do you mean? I just want to hear. Hey, Jess Mom, stop. Let's talk about Okay, so if there's like an echo. And you guys are not hearing the actual live stream, and I can't get it to flip it over. The only problem is for some reason my mic ain't wanting to work right now. Let's see. Are you guys hearing? Hold on, I'm trying to figure this out. All right, so they're moving the parameter of the manhunt that's taken place. And let me just say that it's absolutely insane. What the fuck is going on with my? I don't want to test it. I just want to fix it. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to fix this. Yeah, I just want to. I honestly want to talk about this. If I can get the damn thing to play, I can't get my audio. Hello, hello. This is so stupid. I broke my computer. Now I gotta fix it. I did it once before too, and then I had to fix it. Um, live caption for narrator. No, I don't need any of that. You know what? I'm gonna find something else to use. I think I'm gonna try a different streaming. Let's see. Speakers. How's that? Let's see. Um, add a device. Not Bluetooth. Huh. Cancel. Allow apps windows to use this device. Have I fixed my sound yet? How dumb. I really needed just to test this microphone. Start test. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, I hope I figured it out. I don't fucking know. Let's see. Did I fix it? Did I fix my microphone? I don't damn well know a damn thing what I'm doing. know if this is working. Pretty sure you guys can hear me now. Um, is there any way that I can I for some reason I cannot get this stream to share audio. So I'm gonna have to, I bet you I'm gonna have to fix my damn microphone on my computer. I broke it again. Guys, I'm famous for breaking things and not knowing how to fix it. I don't know. Hey, what's tomorrow? Okay, tomorrow's Wednesday. Alright, I'm trying not to echo much that way, but we're gonna play the sound from my phone because I find that this is crap. I'm gonna drop the link if anybody wants to come up and talk to me about this whole thing. Let me see. No, close that. Dutch Mom, you want to come up? I know you do. I know you do. You really should. You should come up. Hi, 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 hi. Okay, here's my first question. Does anybody else find it odd that this guy is still on the run and we're going on day 14? I mean, at this point, if I can be completely honest with you all, if they don't catch him by morning, I don't think they're going to ever catch him. In my own opinion, I feel like this is absolutely insane. This guy, I don't know how he keeps breaking these parameters. Ah, I am so, I'm just like dumbfounded, I guess. I'm just over it. Like they need to just catch him and get it done with. Okay, that's what I think. And I absolutely also think this guy, he Spider-Man it out of that dang prison. He was like up and out that wall, like he shimmied up that thing like there was no tomorrow. So, in my opinion, I hope they're looking high in the trees because this man can climb. And why the hell are they not using infrared or night goggles or anything that's remotely helpful in any sense of any thing? I don't know. And maybe it's just me, but that's just my thoughts and opinions. I am so floored that they have not caught this man yet. Now, is that a what happened? Hmm. What in the hell is going on with my computer, dude? I'm breaking it. There we go. Anyways, um, I did drop the link if anybody wants to join me on panel. Anybody's, I mean, as long as you're not up here to ping bomb me, but I'll make sure of that. That's an easy check of a thing. I just I know there's many people out here that's got opinions about this. And I mean, but if I don't know, it's hard to talk about this kind of stuff and like base it off of whatever is being said and done here and there. But here, I think what I have to do is have that up there, so that way the screen will show for you guys. Um, anyways, I find it very interesting. But just a few minutes ago, earlier in the live, they had, I don't know, they must have come across some kind of some things. I do like watching this Nick guy. Not only for the simple fact that is he's out there to help with the locals there, and like so that way they know to keep them updated through them. I do appreciate that with him. I also appreciate the fact that he's very fact based. He don't like to like run with the next narrative that people are out here throwing out. We're all pretty familiar, sadly, about the next narrative that everybody's running with. Anybody can make up a narrative about anything and everything. But anyways, let me see. Um, hey, I love you. I'll be up when I can. Okay, no problem. Xana, you want to come up or anybody else? Aussie True Crime? Oh, I know you got some opinions. I know you got some thoughts on this. I know you've been following this. I come into work tonight and I was talking to my coworker about this whole manhunt and all of that. And he's like, okay. By the time he left, he's asking me, what channel should I watch? What channel should I watch? Who's who's good to follow for this? He's like, I didn't realize it's been 13 days since he's been out. I'm like, yeah, it's been 13 days. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Well, actually, no, let me get this correct. It's been 14 days. We have now hit 14 days that this man has been out on the run. In my own honest opinion, he's fought hard to be out this long. And the fact that he has a weapon now, I think it's gonna be a suicide by cop kind of thing. A standoff. And I don't in my own opinion, I don't see him going back to prison after fighting this hard to be out on the run this long. You know what I mean? I guess I can't see um the whole the whole beings of it all. I mean, he's fighting pretty hard to be out here, and I don't think he's going to be taken back alive. In my own honest opinion, if you want my opinion, that is what I think. I think he's gonna fight to stay out. Um, he's just, I don't know. Anyways, um, yeah, I just thought maybe I would.
Obviously, we said it's happening, so the race is go. So Ridge Road is closed. That's not gonna work. Double check. We're going another route. There with the dogs there. We're gonna go on take another route. So bear with me because they obviously are gonna start taking up the perimeter. All right, we're gonna try. We'll find out. Let's go.
Can you guys hear this? I wonder what the hell I'm doing. I am so lost on this. Like, listen, I broke my microphone. Xana, are you there?
Hi, can you hear me?
Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Okay, you're scaring me, not coming on camera. I mean, are not answering. Just 1 second. I'll pull you back up. But first, we got Sofa riding the cock. Are you there?
Can you hear me? Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Shit. I'll come back.
What kind of fuck shit do I got going on here? In the end, you know. Okay, I think everything's working now. I think everything's working now. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Are you able to
Hello?
actually hear the hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I have an
Oh.
echo in your background though. I don't know. It's about some kind of fuck shit that I got going on here. I'm totally not organized for this right now. What was that? Oh, where did you go, Xana? I could hear you for a minute there. I just had to trying to overpower this thing. Just trying to find a new place to go to.
Except an escape item. So we're gonna head there and see what's going on.
Haha. I got a whole bunch of fuck shit going on here. Ah! Any cahoots? Anyways, I'm gonna move this over in front of. Let me see. Let's see. Let's do this.
We're going to
No.
a potential site for meat signatures.
Let's drop
Again,
you
it's not
there.
confirmed, so
That there. I think I fixed it to where I can see everything going on at once on my screen now. All right, guys. Mm.
So this could be something
Yeah, I tried to get on here in time to catch them shifting the parameter. They were in a hurry too. That was like at the drop of the hat, kind of last minute decision kind of thing. It seemed like. So they may be onto something. Let's hope. I mean, at least I hope so for the uh people of this town that this is affecting in this city and all of it. I mean, this is absolutely insane. One of these days, the kids are gonna read about this in our history book. The day that a murderer got managed to escape prison and was on the run for well at least 14 days now. I mean, crazy, isn't it? I just yeah, he is. I agree. I completely agree. All right, let's see. Let me make sure. All right. Hello?
Hello.
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yay.
Yay, we succeeded. I fixed it.
Awesome.
Listen, nobody said I was a pro at this shit.
Hey, you're probably way better than me. I would probably be trying to text Craft and like, hey, help me.
Yeah.
But like,
I
I
really
don't.
wanna learn OBS. I'm told that it's pretty easy, but you just have to do it. But I'm scared.
Oh, I don't. I bought the year for because it was cheap at Christmas time for StreamYard.
Uh-huh.
And so, if you just paid for the year, it was really cheap. So I just paid for the year.
Oh,
Um,
with StreamYard?
yeah. And so,
Right.
I don't know anything about OBS. I kind of have
OBS. I
a
think it's
bad experience involving OBS, but that's not it's not that's not important to this story. But
but
um,
hey, we all
is that
gotta learn one way or another, right? I
that's
mean, did you
true.
learn from it? Did you
And
learn
some
from
of
it?
us are
Just
old, so it takes us a lot longer.
right. I mean, as long as you learn from that that mishap, then I mean, that's all that counts.
I need some little kids to come and show me how to use my phone and my I've officially gotten old. I need some little kids to show me how to use all my stuff.
Listening to records healing my heart with Motown. Oh, okay. Sounds like fun. I honestly, so what do you think about this, Xana? This manhunt?
What's the I was going to ask you, do you know what's the parameter of how much of where this guy they think he is?
So I know that it's on several. They've got several different like. I think they said 12. I don't know. They said it just a little bit ago. Hold on. I'll fix this and I'll tell you.
I mean, if he's on
Uh
the
huh.
run and hiding somebody like hiding him in a house or something
I don't. Yeah.
like that, I don't know. It's weird how they. I mean, you'd think that if they knew that he was in a parameter of somewhere, that they would have already found him.
Right. See, and you know, I was reading comments earlier yesterday morning, early in the morning, and they were there. A lot of them locals were saying a lot of those trees are old, and they're known to have a lot of holes in them, I guess, and like they're all hollowed out on the inside, and they were like,
Oh, he can
he's
hide.
probably up in there hiding in one of those trees.
Well, don't they have like the heat-seeking equipment that?
Yeah, the infrareds. Why are they not using infrareds or night vision at night? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, to see if there's a person, because if he's hiding out in the wild, of course, then you'd get a reading off of that. I
Right.
mean, it looked like it was just kind of swampy. I don't know. I mean, he might jump out of jump out from under a
I
rock
know.
and tackle JLRs.
Tackle JLR.
you know, all the YouTubers that are kind of trying to hang out and I don't know if he's hiding somewhere like in somebody's crawl space or something. It had to have been either planned or somebody. I mean, who is the guy? Is he um, just a escapee? I don't know too much about this case, but I know when these guys escape from working in a prison, that happens, of course. They
Right.
usually, where I worked, they usually would just walk away from their work crew because I didn't work in the really dangerous prisons, but those guys would usually walk away from their work crew, but when they would escape from the facility, then they'd lock the whole facility down. And the dogs, you could hear the dogs like right away. You could hear they would be in their cell with the dogs, with their stuff, with their laundry, going through their stuff. Of course, since all inmates are tracked, they would find out what he did all day long for the days prior to whenever he escaped and stuff. Then, of course, you have to consider that if he has victims, then you have to kind of watch those
To
people.
resume your call, please press 1.
Oh, hello?
Really?
Hi, thank you for calling. For English, press 1. For Spanish, press 2. For French, press 3.
English is so cute.
Who is that?
I have no damn clue. Don't ask me. I'm like, whatever. I already knew because of the authentication and all that other shit. Oh, by the way, I'm not stupid. I keep track of all that. Dummies. I'm gonna see if I can't get this to unmute. Let's get this louder so that way. Anyways, is that pretty loud? I can't tell, guys. It's actually kind of quiet for me. What the fuck am
I don't
doing?
see anything.
Oh yeah, I know. That's because I threw up my banner or my pin screen.
Oh.
Yeah, because somebody jumped up here. Somebody come up in the back. They thought they were funny. I mean, if they thought they were gonna.
Yeah, I heard that, and they were saying something about it was a man's voice.
For English, press so and so.
Yes.
And I'm like, no.
I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
Did he show you his peen?
No, he didn't.
Oh, good.
I mean, they're not gonna whip it out and give you no show if you got up a screen. For the most part.
They wait till
Some
they're
do.
on the.
Yeah. Some of them do though. I can't say not all of them. What happened to my audio for this? Now I'm not even hearing it myself. He must have muted through here. Here. Oh, are you coming back? Aww. Damn you. Are you enjoying your fun back there? Hold on. Here. You want on the panel? Come on the panel. Hello?
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, guess what? Ban. Fucking idiots, dude. Why people gotta be so stupid?
I don't know what happened.
Listen, Juts mom. People just being dumb. Watch this. We're gonna stop that. Right now, we're gonna stop that. Watch this. Just let me know when you want to come up, Jets mom. I will I'm gonna send you the link through DMs. I'm only on here just to fuck around and stream and just, you know, do this.
Did you work already?
Did I work already?
Yeah, or do you have to go in?
I'm already here.
Oh, you're at work.
Yeah, I'm at work. Yep. Listen, Stephanie, as long as she does what she's got to do and gets her work done, Stephanie's got no boss.
Hey, that's nice. And I know that there's jobs I've worked that I had graveyard, and you were free to do what you wanted to do if your stuff was done.
Boots on the ground.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
There's
it's.
a bar. People.
I think he's getting ready to tell you the parameters. I'm gonna actually. I'm gonna speed him up. Oh, that's not speeding him up, is it? He's famous for driving and getting calls and then muting.
So we're 3 minutes away from Coventry Mill Road. This is a little bit alarming.
Oh, yep, this is it right here.
This was kind of seen nearby.
This is gonna be your answer to your parameters.
Oh, okay.
Of course, we don't need the chat.
Yes, we're not going to go that way. I want to see people. Let's make a right on this street.
Was it this? Could have swore.
License, police lights. That's not street.
What?
It's the same road. So again, we keep getting circles here, so we're gonna turn around here. Just like, okay.
All right. We'll watch from here for a minute.
Oh my gosh, is that like Amish country over there?
I have, you know what? It is darker than hell over there. That's all I know.
Yep. Well, I did see one power pole, but because it's Pennsylvania, right? I wonder.
Right.
Yeah, it's very, very dark. I don't know if there's houses or anything, but you'd think there'd be there's not even a pole, if you notice. Like,
No, not really. Not at all. Not really.
that'd make a big
No.
difference, you know what I mean? Because those people don't watch social media, they don't have electricity, they don't.
What do you mean? We're not poking no bears or rats tonight. We're just streaming this. We're talking about this manhunt. I'm not talking about all that other stuff. I'm so through. I'm so over it and so done with it. Like just leave me alone. That's what
We
I
are
have.
talking about Amish community here.
I know, right? We're talking about the darkness of this
Yes.
layout.
He's probably hiding out with the Amish, like that one movie where they pretended to be Amish because they were bank robbers.
Oh my gosh, I have a funny story about about somebody doing that. So like my cousin used to date this guy, and when she broke up with him, he was so like he was absolutely like heartbroken over it. He ended up converting to be an Amish.
No. Well, he didn't become a priest.
Well, I mean,
I mean, it could be worse, or he could,
Yeah, he definitely could have converted to the whole what the hell, like a nunnery, but not a nunnery. I know who I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
the Buddhism.
Yes, or
Buddhist.
a monk.
Or monk. That's what it is. A monk. That's the words that I'm looking for. Listen, nobody said I was the greatest, smartest person out there, so I don't claim it neither.
Hey, I'm lucky that I remembered that word. I forget my words all the time.
Shuts, Mom, you can come up whenever you want. I sent it in the DMs, the dirty messages. We have lots of dirty messages, don't we? Just kidding. Anyways.
Everybody in their dirty messages, huh?
Listen, if I'm gonna be dirty messaging anybody right now, I'm so focused on this damn thing. It's so crazy. But yeah, the parameter is like a 1,200 foot radius or something like that.
That is so weird. There's not a light. I think that um I mean, he could be hiding in these corn stalk looking things that were in the road. And look how thin that road is. It's not even a
I
one.
know, but look at the terrain like off to the side of the road, off to the especially like off to the left side. If he was to pop out of there,
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
he's got
I mean,
houses on the other side of the road, and that's
look,
basically it.
look at the trees. They're big.
Yeah,
Look at that.
you know,
That house
I
doesn't have any lights.
yeah, like it's all dark throughout there. But you know what? If I was a resident there, I'd want my property dark too. Don't come looking for my lights.
No, I get that, but I'm wondering if it is Amish country out there, but because that would kind of
Well,
lend to
there's phone
somebody being
poles.
able to hide a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Do you see the phone poles though?
Yes. Or is that a tree? I thought it was a phone pole, but then I was not sure.
Every once in a while, you see a phone pole like that right
Yeah,
there's a phone pole.
like I don't know. I
Oh,
can't.
he's talking about the perimeter again.
Yeah, you'd think it would take fewer days than 14 to find the guy.
Oh my lord, yes. Like I'm so.
So JD, literally, this is him. That perimeter, once again, is useless. This would be the second time, at least, that he somehow escaped.
Third time. He's he's escaped the perimeter again. I told you guys if he gets away tonight, they ain't catching him.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe this.
I think it's hard for somebody to be able to stay on the run like that because for so many reasons, but because
Well,
you have to have help and you have to have,
yeah.
like fun and mostly help. And it's like at a point, people are like, I don't want to do, you know what I mean? Even though people love you or whatever, I mean, do you really want to go to prison?
I mean, yeah, exactly. But it's also like I was watching several different like news like things, and they were showing like a lot of the terrain around there and the land and stuff. And there's also lots of like tunneling systems that go underneath things, under bridges.
Oh, so he could live like a homeless person under
Absolutely.
bridges and oh well.
And just wait until everything dies down around him. Once they give up on looking for him in one area, they're going to consider him, to be able to get out of the perimeter. So they're going to move along to wherever they think he is next. And
Right. Well, and then it'll become like some like nationwide because they wouldn't know where.
honestly, can anybody say for sure that he's even in that area? How do you know that
Right.
somebody isn't helping him by
I mean, yeah, there could have been
all
a
these
semi
supposed
truck that
sightings
picked
could
him
be
up
just anybody?
somewhere and he's in another state. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. And I mean, people could actually hide somewhere, in a train car, I mean, I'm sure that these guys, they have all day, they have 24 hours a day to think about doing something like that. So I would think that they would have some plan as to where they're going to go and what they're going to do because they have to,
Wonder what they were
their
saying.
ultimate goal is to get as far away from the facility as possible because that's the
Right,
way that they'll get, away or that increases their chances. So
right.
you'd think that he would have some kind of plan and know what forms of transportation are going to be accessible to him.
He was able Saturday night to steal a damn van. Who's to say he hasn't somehow managed to get a phone in his hands or some kind of device to get a hold of other people, you know, outside.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, they have contraband phones, and they're way more accessible now than they were before. So, I mean, he may have had a phone from the get-go.
Yeah, from the first escape. I mean, because I mean, well, they've said that they. Let me hear what they're saying. Because now we're back to live. I'm just, I'm honestly more concerned for the citizens around there. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's definitely scary because,
He's got a
yeah, I
fucking.
mean, they're desperate. So
He's
they're
got.
desperate.
Yeah,
So they could be dangerous.
absolutely. And if he thinks for 1 second you're going to become a threat to him, you're done.
How did he get a gun? But see, most of the
He
people that live
okay.
in the
So
country, they have guns. You know what I mean?
I think it was about 8 o'clock last night, Eastern Standard Time, and he had broke into an elderly gentleman's home, and the elderly gentleman actually fired 7 shots at him while he was because he was in his in the elderly gentleman's garage trying to steal
His
the
van?
weapons out of the
Or,
garage. Why do you
oh,
keep weapons in a garage, first of all? But
I don't know. Well, easily
I mean,
accessible, I guess, but
especially if you don't have them locked up like you're supposed to, because they just supposed to have those in a gun case.
oh, it was just they were just out.
I have no idea. He managed to get away with a 22. The elderly gentleman tried to fire at him, fired 7 shots, and from what anybody can
Missed.
tell, they meant that he was missed.
Oh my gosh.
But they later found his shoes. They later found his sweater. So who knows? He could have a whole new change of clothes.
Oh, he could have taken clothes from the old man.
Anybody, you know, there was at the beginning of the chase, they were saying that there was actually a family. He broke into a family's home, and they kept hearing something moving around in their basement. So he went to flip on the lights, and he flipped on the lights to the basement, flipped them off, flipped them on, and then it managed to repeat itself into a flipping off and flipping on when he didn't do it. So he called the law enforcement, but by the time they had arrived at his home, the guy got up and just walked out the door.
Oh my god, how
So he
freaky.
was already up inside many people's homes. It's crazy.
Wow.
That is
That's
crazy
crazy.
and scary.
My if you like try to open the windows or the doors or anything after a certain time at my house, the alarm goes off. And
Yeah,
I have,
that's a good system to have.
yeah, I mean, but then it
Hey,
gives
Andy.
you like 15 minutes to punch in a code, and then if you don't punch in that code, then
Uh-huh.
they send the police. But I mean, 15 minutes, if you figure that they said that
Anything
that
can happen in
guy
15 minutes.
in Idaho, they
Anything.
could kill you in 15 minutes very easily.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, and anywhere you go, you can be killed within 15 minutes. I mean, it don't take very long, depending on
No.
methods used. Girl, I fell asleep with you streaming and wake up with you streaming. Good morning from you. Hey, I'm sorry. Listen, I ended that show instead of this show because this is intriguing to me. Listen, like I said, I don't think they're gonna find him if he gets away through the night tonight.
Oh my God. The 14 days, that's a long time.
And that's a lot of resources and lots of money spent out, you know.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
Hello, chatters. Yeah, there's not very many chatters, but we're all here. um, it's so outrageous, and I fear for the people around there. I like intrigues.
Well, oh gosh, one time my great grandmother, she had a house in town. and everybody else lived, on the ranch. So my grandmother went to take care of her. That was her mother. And so I was sleeping in the one of the bedrooms, but
Mhm.
that night, these two guys, they robbed. It was like an ATM kind of, and they,
Wow.
I guess, like shot it all up and took the cash, and then they robbed this like liquor store, and they took the guy as a hostage, and they came and
Yes.
they like took everybody's fences. They ran over, like everybody's fence, and they took like all the chain link and all that stuff from everyone's fences in this vehicle, and the cops were chasing them, and they finally caught them, and they shot one of them like, I don't know, maybe like a block away from or across the street, like and up a little bit from my great grandmother's house. And the next morning I woke up like, what happened? Because there was like all kinds of commotion. And my grandma was like, you slept through that whole thing. And there was police
Oh,
cars and sirens and all kinds of stuff. But
when you're
they,
little though, and you don't pay attention to all that stuff, like whereas when you're a mom or you're a homeowner, you pay attention to
that's
all those like
true.
little sounds that go off, especially when like you're a parent of any kind. I mean, any decent kind. Anyways, you wake up
Right.
to even the little drop of a pin.
Yes. Well, I mean, I remember like when my kids were little, even when they were babies, I would lock the door because I would say, "Oh my God, what if somebody comes in and kidnaps them?" And we lived
Yes,
far out, but it was enough to scare me like that. And I would always do that. It was like a habit. And I remember my husband would be ringing the doorbell because I'd lock him out. And,
I'm famous for that.
he'd go outside. And I'd just do it. And then
And
when they
all
got
this
older and could twist the doorknob, then I was really, hyper vigilant about that.
and I gotta say, so I mean, true crime and watching all this true crime, it can really mess with a person's psyche and the like mental capacities. Because let me tell you, uh, when you become, I mean, when you're somebody I care about, and if I don't hear from you about the time that I know that I should be hearing from you, if I don't hear from you ever so often, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
on your phone and I'm gonna blow that damn thing up. And if you don't answer, I'm about to bite your head off if I ever see you or find you again, because I don't care. I'm one of those. I guess you would call it a worry wart. I mean, I feel like you never know anymore these days. You
no. And I
don't.
mean, I worked in a prison, and I think that's what would really kind of make me so uncomfortable was that you actually know that these people exist and they know you
Yes.
exist. And I think that was what I hated was like, you really don't want I mean, people are interested. True crime is interesting to discuss and stuff, but at the end of the day, you don't want that person to know who you are and that you exist, because they've done things that are frightening. I mean, they would be
Yeah.
in the law books that, you're citing the case law. They are the case law. The case law was made after them for things that were, that
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
had
Yeah. There's a
done.
reason why we all. I mean, the case law exists.
Yes, and they're the reason, and it's sobering, really, honestly, to do that. I mean, and
Especially when you have these little spider monkeys,
you
Spider
know,
Man.
it is crazy that well, I mean but it's really crazy that how much social media has interfered with true crime, and so like, that didn't happen back then because we didn't barely have the internet. AOL was the thing,
I know the
that's how
dial up.
old I am. Right. And I mean, if the phone got disconnected, then you were done. And you can only, my dad he would get so upset because he was like, the phone is busy. It's just busy.
Yep, yep. You couldn't be on the internet and the phone at the same time. You had to pick one over
No.
the other.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so,
I
yeah.
remember those
So
days. You remember
that,
the ICQ chats? Like the messenger ICQs?
oh, yes. Yes. Gosh, that was so long ago.
Yeah, my mom always used to do the ICQs in the Yahoo.
I remember Anne
The
Rule kind
AOL
of had
dial-up.
like a chat room type thing.
Yeah,
And
you remember when you used to be able to get the discs for AOL back when internet was brand new? You had
oh
to get
yeah,
the discs in
yes,
order to even get online.
and you get like a free 1,000 hours or
Yes,
something.
yes.
And if you used all your hours, you'd
Listen,
have
I
to
just
pay.
totally aged myself. Don't even go
Yeah,
there with me.
that's true. So yeah, I aged myself too, but yeah, they didn't have all these people that would go to these crime scenes and be so like hyper focused on what the police are
Yeah.
doing. But man, I mean, these guys, some of these guys, there was this guy, you could look up all their history and stuff on the computer, and it was just up to you if you wanted to do it or not. And so there was this guy, and he used to say, "How's your family? How's your family?" And they just try to make small talk with you, and they really weren't supposed to ask you about personal things. But he was an older man, and I just didn't want to write all the reports, so I would just say, "Oh yeah, fine." And he'd say, "How many kids do you have?" They would ask me, and I would say, "Oh, I have 5." Just make something up because I just didn't want them to know anything real personal about me. But
You know what's crazy is I get this one prank call. It's always the same area that it comes from. It comes from somewhere in California, and I swear it's the same number each and every time. He calls here on my shifts. I don't know if he finds it funny because of my reactions, but I let him spin his narratives until he's blue in the face. But then I finally tell him, you know what? I don't know why you think I'm so dumb all the time. You are not the owner of this building. You do not. I mean, first of all, the owner wouldn't be in California. Secondly, um, I know the people that own the building. I mean, I work for them.
right.
And on top of that, you're telling me your name is John one day, Dave the next, and it just depends on what who he wants to be that day. But he owns the building, and he wants me to write down this and that, because UPS is gonna come and they're gonna drop off something. By the way, how's your day? How's your night? How are you tonight? And,
Oh no.
and at that point, I'm like, I just finally say, listen, I don't know who you think you're fooling, but unless you're somebody that has risen from the dead and made your way to California, you are not any kind of owner of this building. You need to take yourself and run along now, okay? I mean, I am not about to be that. No. I said, and I don't got time to play your games, and I'll hang up on him. He'll call back in about a week, 2 weeks, whenever he wants to do it again. I don't know if he gets drunk and high and just decides to call here. I don't know. Looks for casual conversation. But
my, my
I told him one the other night. I said, first of all, I want you to know, don't nobody give a f about who I am, how I am, what I'm doing. None of that. I said, so you just need to get a better hobby. You suck at yours. And I hung up on him.
my dad owned a bar, and so there was always someone that would call and they would ask for Jack Mehoff.
Yes.
Or or they would call and they would say, "Do you have pig's feet?"
Or
Or
is your refrigerator running?
yeah, is your refrigerator running? Is Albert
Yeah.
in the can? Um,
And listen, and not only that, but going back into that, it was one night I had another prank call. I get some prank calls. Let me tell you, you want some prank calls? I should just host me a prank call machine or a show. And tell you about my nights at work. Let me tell you, because some nights are
oh my
quite
God, we should
interesting.
have one of those. I bet a lot of
I had
people have
one.
had at least one in their life that's really super funny. I know I've had a few.
I had one call the other night. I was actually it was earlier this summer, and they said, do you guys allow animals? I said, yep, you're allowed to have a dog, a cat, or any other, but up to 2 per room, $15 per night, per pet. This fool is going to go to the extent of saying, well, I have a miniature pony. Can I bring my miniature pony? And can it come in? No, ma'am, you cannot bring a miniature pony into the building. Well, I mean, it's the size of a large dog. If I can have a large dog, why can't I have my pony? First of all, the dog poop and the pony poop are two different kind of
To
poops.
emotional support horse.
Nor do we have any feeding troughs for the horse.
Oh my.
So, no, you can't bring your horse
Oh,
into the building. Hello.
what a pile of horse. Oh my gosh. Um, I
When
have.
that wasn't satisfying, she hung up the phone and called me back and asked if she could bring her pet rat. No, you can't bring your pet rat. That's the last thing I want running around this damn building when you let it go.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
sorry. But you know
You
what? If
know,
you have any more animal questions, I said, why don't you call back and talk to the boss in the morning, okay?
why don't you go stay at a KOA? Like a campground where you could take all your pets.
Somebody called me one night talking about their vehicle. And I'm like, I could care less about your vehicle, dude. I mean, it goes back to that. You don't care about what I'm doing, how I've been. I don't care about your vehicle, how your vehicle's doing.
Oh, you remind me of my friend Mary. She used to her dad owned a bar, and then of course my dad owned a bar, and so she sometimes would like fill in, for people. And so she told this guy, I don't care what your problems are. I know the bartender's supposed to listen to your problems, but I don't
I
care.
ain't that bartender. I am not that bartender.
Yeah, she would go, do you care about my problems? Do you care about my bills? And I don't even tell you what my problems are.
Right, right. I can relate totally.
Oh,
That's a bad
she
thing.
would make me laugh so hard.
Yeah.
Because she would just tell people like, this is how it is. Look, here's the deal.
Nope. I am the same way. I mean,
I
when
don't
my
want to
mom
hear
was here,
your
she
damn
always said,
problems.
"Your mouth is gonna get you in trouble, Stephanie. You never think before you speak." Mhm.
Oh, I know.
You always got the truth out of my mouth, then, huh?
Oh, it was like you always know where you stand. You know what I mean?
Oh, I wonder what's going on the scanner. Let's see if we can hear it. Scanner's 2 minutes behind. Boys are gonna give me a heart attack.
Oh, they're too.
1333 Prizer in that creek beside it was the last place I heard the scanner talk about heat signal. Just listen to the scanner, drone down. They saw a flashing light but found it. Please, it was the police, not convict.
So they are using a heat sensor. It sounds like.
Yeah. I wonder if they're actually using the night visions then. Lost signature, but still pushing. They lost him again, huh?
Gee.
Those aren't speeding. They aren't speeding. The video makes it look like they're going fast. They're deactivating lights. Lights to be deactivated. Be careful, Nick. So it sounds like they might have actually picked up on something, or they're at least tracking something. They are requesting lights deactivated.
Oh.
I mean, if he's driving on the outskirts of the parameter, he's fine with his lights on. But if he's inside of it, I'd recommend him just get in a place and lock doors and hold tight. Find an air or a driveway or somebody's property he can get on. So
Yeah,
crazy,
I
man.
mean, there is a guy that murdered his mother that I know, and they never caught him.
I've never seen so many backseat drivers in one car. I have to say, sometimes reading the chat, that can give you a laugh in itself.
Oh, definitely.
You need to turn your headlights off for a moment, Nick. He can't drive with his headlights off, dumbasses. He can't see. How do we know he's not camped out comfy somewhere in someone's holding them hostage, or worse? Guys, it's on the police radio. Nothing to do with Nick.
My dog thinks that she's can eat whatever I'm eating, and I was eating some grapes, and she can't have those. And she's like looking at me like, "You're supposed to give me everything that you eat."
He's not near them. So he's not near the perimeter. He's not by the perimeter. He's on the outskirts of the perimeter.
So they know where he is?
I'm guessing that they picked up a perimeter on Pfizer Road, the 1300 block. My other phone is on JLR feed. If something pops off, I'll let you know what happened on JLR's feed. Turn your lights off. Heart, please. I wish I could highlight his chat comments. I'm trying. Don't judge me. I don't understand how the police didn't saw him leave when we all saw that video of him climbing into the truck. Wait a minute. What video of him climbing into what truck? What? I must have missed that video. Fool me once has information I don't know about. Are you talking about the van? The white van? No sound. No shit, there's no sound. That's because he's on a call. Nick is probably on a call, so there's no sound. There was a video of a van, a white van from the dairy that pulled out of the church. I think that's what you're talking about. The police are talking about other police vehicles. Nick is nowhere near where they are. Do you all know how stupid you sound telling the man to drive with no lights on or in an area full of cops looking for an escaped convict? Proof evaluation can run backwards. You cannot operate a vehicle at night in the rain with no lights. Stop spamming nonsense. They are requesting LE to turn lights off. Not everyday
No,
citizen.
not their driving lights, not their headlights, right there.
I know. Possible, right here. Possible sighting, but not confirmed, guys. Heat signature picked up. Someone running from Silo into the woods, headed towards Beaver Creek. We are headed as close as possible.
Hope it's not a deer.
Watching this from Colorado. Be safe out there tonight. Are there any updates regarding Dylan? It's Danilo. Isn't it Donalo or something like that? Delano. It's not DA. I know that. Watch this.
And Nemo.
He's got Dan. But why have I seen Dawn? I swear I've seen people spell it Dawn.
Did
but
it say
is
this was
Danilo.
in Beaver County?
Huh? Yeah.
Is this in Beaver County?
Westchester, I believe. So he was already out then. What you mean? I'm confused. He's been out. He's been escaped for 14 days. Oh, you know what also floors me is the simple fact that they also, like, I think they said like a week or so before that, they had another prison break. The same prison. The same way he got out. How do you
Oh no.
I mean, I get you guys thought putting an extra layer of the razor wire up, was going to fix it, but clearly it didn't. Let's see what he's saying. Let's go up. Can we hear you? Talk, Nick, talk. Give us the deets on these streets. How? Oh my god, people. What intersection are you all at? Note to self, how one behaves in a group chat now on list of things to check when interviewing for employees.
How do
How
you
one
behave?
behaves in a group chat when interviewing for employees. Well, I don't know. What do you mean? Like, is he already? So he was already out? No, it wasn't him. It was another prison break. It was another guy, or I think it was like a group or something like that. I don't know what it was, but I know that they were caught. They were caught immediately after. How this guy slips through
For this long?
yes, and this many times it's beyond me. I mean, if I mean, not to be funny or not to be in like any kind of, but I think he may deserve an award at this point.
He's like Captain Invisible.
I mean, at least some kind of recognition for trying to, at least something. If he is caught and he's alive when he caught, I mean, they
Longest
need to rack
evading.
his brain and they need to tap inside that little mind to find out what they did wrong and how he was able to get away with this for so long. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know that Diane Downs, she had escaped from prison, and she had she was out for several days, but they had actually thought she got pregnant while she had escaped.
Oh God, the joys of escaping as a woman from prison, right? Come
Right?
back pregnant.
You know what she did? She got her cellmate's boyfriend to help her escape, and she was like, he helped her escape, and she was in his house, and she was, sleeping with him. But that was
Yeah.
that was her cellmate's boyfriend
Right. I
in prison.
honestly don't think like in when it comes to the Darlene Routier case, I don't think she did that. I don't think she
Oh my
murdered
gosh,
that.
Darlene, that's a very odd case. I'm talking.
Yeah, I don't think she really did it. But to each their own. We can all have our own opinions.
Well, yeah, that one is really weird because there was a shoe print, wasn't there?
There was a shoe print. There was a sock found halfway down the road. Like she didn't have no time to do all that. There's actually, if you're interested in learning more about it, I will post a link to a channel that did a complete deep dive into like that whole case, and let's just say it changed my opinion on it after watching that.
Wasn't it Miss Mensa that did
No, I
a
don't know.
bunch of? Oh, I want to say it was her that
I didn't follow Miss Mensa.
I really didn't follow her either, but I just want to say for some reason that she like maybe knew her or something. I don't know why I want to say that for that particular case. Yeah, that one is weird. Diane Downs, she killed her kids, and she had gotten pregnant when she was out on bail. So and she gave that child up for adoption. But she's a narcissist. But this, and then her husband, because they had one child that lived, right? The Routieres,
Um,
the little girl, right?
I think the one that was upstairs with the dad.
Right. So I think it was a little
I think,
girl.
don't quote me on that.
I'm not sure, but then he divorce her finally?
I'm not sure exactly. I didn't follow that far or deep into it. I just watched the little the no, I thought she only had the boys.
Oh.
I'm
Oh,
not
okay,
sure
maybe I'm
exactly,
wrong.
but I my opinion, it doesn't matter what how many kids she had or which one. I mean, I mean, hopefully at least some. I don't know, but I kind of think that the husband may have had something to do with it, in my own opinion. But that's just my own opinion. Don't judge me. Don't fact
No,
base. I
no.
mean, I'm just
I
saying what I
wonder
thought.
what but you wonder why they didn't why one child would have been spared no matter who it was. Um and why would
We'd
somebody
have to,
just break in your house and just kill two kids? Just
right. I'd have
I
to
mean,
actually go and find that. Maybe someday, maybe one day this week or something, I'll go and get that link and maybe I'll fire up a live stream and clip some of like the most interesting or most um
oh yeah.
the most you know uh what changed my mind. The most fact based evidence that changed my mind, and maybe have a live stream and talk about it.
You know, um I live in Colorado, and so the John
They
Benet Ramsey case, I was a senior in
lost their case and
college
there's no
at
word from them.
CU when that happened. So the dispatcher that was talking to Patsy Ramsey on the phone, I know her. And so, and then I ended up working in law enforcement. So anyway, that case is weird to me just because of, they never found anybody that they could say did it and all this. There was like this guy that was working on it and he ended up dying and he couldn't solve it. And his granddaughters, I think they have a podcast trying to solve that case. And
That
that's bizarre to that's a weird one to me too. But this guy that I know, he used to work for the FBI. He's retired, and he told me that there was ties to Jeffrey Epstein, and he told me that like years ago.
hmm,
And it was just I don't know. It was just there's just something about that um, that just I don't know. That note that was written, it doesn't make sense. Like there's just a lot of things about that case that don't make sense. And there were things that were going on in their house that was really weird. The guy that drove the airplane for them, his wife, I think it was, she
hmm,
wrote a book, and the book said a lot of things that nobody knew about, I don't think. And um, the kids, like, they weren't really potty trained, and well, either one. And so I don't know. It was bizarre. Um,
it sounds like it.
so
I when I first started my channel, I was doing missing persons, and I covered a case that's local to me, and her name was Gloria. I want to say Gloria. It's in my videos or my live streams, and still to this day they haven't caught the person that uh murdered her. It was so weird because like I know like all the locations that they were talking about. I'm familiar with the area, so it was just so realistic. And I was also told to look into the I forgot what they called him, but I did look into it. And I said, "Hey, that's way too scary because that's way too close to even where I'm at now." It was um a or mass murder. Um, Not a mass murderer, but
like a serial killer.
yeah, a serial killer. Um, and like a lot of those locations that they were talking about where they found bodies and where people came up missing from, I'm like, yeah, yep, I know where that is. Yeah, I know where that is. That is the scariest thing to think about is to know that there's it is 100% a possibility that there's a serial killer living in anybody's area right at this given time.
Oh gosh, yes, that is very scary. I have this weird story that it's still not. I knew this guy that was a reporter, and he ended up dying like a couple years ago. It was suspicious, and he knew about this body that they found in this guy's closet, and the guy was living with this girl that was the sheriff's daughter, and her son were selling drugs in this little
Wow.
town. I mean, it was just this whole story, and he had told me the story. I He had a Facebook page, and I used to follow his Facebook page, and um, like I used to just talk to him, and we became friends, and he would tell me things that were going on, and sometimes he'd say, hey, what do you think about this, or something, and but anyway, he told me about all of this story, and so he passed away under weird circumstances, and like 2 days before he died, this guy was chasing him down the street, like trying to assault him, and I don't know, it's just weird, but they found this body in this closet, and the guy had a child, and they never found the child, but they never reported the body in the closet. Like,
Wow.
this guy was the only one that reported it, and they had, like, tried to sweep it under the rug. Well, the day after so the sheriff retires, and the day after is when they announced that they had found this body in the closet, and that they had arrested this guy, but her and
Wow.
her son were on the run, the sheriff's daughter and the grandson. So I think what happened was he retired, and they told them to leave town. They told him, we're watching you, or we're going to arrest you, or whatever. And so they were given the opportunity to leave town.
Nick must have muted. He must be getting information. Because the volume's up, everybody. Anybody that's watching. Recently, not just a couple years ago. As a matter of fact, I used to drive that route every day on my way home from work. We had a young lady that worked at an Exxon Mobil gas station. She came up missing out in a local area on Sternberg Road, and still to this day they have yet to find her body. But the one that they've already charged a man for her murder and for the murder of Rebecca Blanche, and she was shot while out for her morning jog. They think that what happened with the Rebecca case is that she was fighting getting into the vehicle, and he just shot
Shot her.
her. Yeah, but you know what got the guy caught? A 14-year-old girl was walking down the road going home from a friend's house. Um, he pulled over, offered her a ride. She took the ride because he seemed like a nice guy. When she got inside of the vehicle and the vehicle started moving, um, the man pulled a gun on her, and she immediately, her first instinct was to open the damn door and run. And thankfully, there was the yard she ran up into. Thankfully, that lady was outside, because it made him detour from doing anything stupid to her, shooting her, for instance. When she jumped out and she started screaming for help, the lady immediately rushed her inside her home, and that
And he
led
was probably
to
kind
a
of startled
sketch.
from,
Huh?
he was probably a little bit startled too. So
Yeah.
probably deterred him from
Yep.
pursuing her,
That
that
led
lady
to
was
a composite sketch that led to his computers, that led to a cousin admitting that he's seen Jessica Hiringa in his basement, and with a ball and gag, and she wasn't alive anymore. The cousin said, but he helped him bury her the first time, but he must have dug her up and moved her. That's what the story is. Nobody knows where he put her now. It is so scary. It is so scary to think that this stuff happens, and then some people are just will hopefully one day find their loved ones, but you can't say that. I mean, it's so. Listen, this world is crazy. Don't judge. Just
It
live it.
very much is crazy, and you do have to watch. I mean, you know, shortly after, well, I mean, unfortunately, I've known people that have been murdered, and this one lady, she was like a 40-some-year-old woman, and her and her boyfriend were fighting, and the boyfriend got his 14-year-old son to shoot her. And then they both started her car on fire somewhere and just left the scene.
I am
But
not full.
a 14-year-old boy, that's, to me, that's like so young. That's like a baby.
I think he's back. I think he turned back on his sound just now. Scanner says that they see a light hovering by tree line just north of Pritzker and 100. I think they said it's a red light. This bad dispatched complained about tracking lights nearby. Lock up those doors, locals. See, and one thing that I really appreciate about this guy, he started this to give full coverage to the locals so that way they can watch and be, at least feel some sense of safety, with having the constant stream. And he ended up starting his YouTube channel with this. He's grown some
So this guy's
tremendous.
just
He's at
driving
20,000.
around.
Just this morning he was at 16,000.
Wow.
And he's not he's not a normal YouTuber. He'll say that I'm not a normal YouTuber, and honestly, I'm doing this to help the locals. He said, so if you know other channels that want to stream my stream, tell them absolutely, because I'd rather the locals know what's going on in their area. That way they can prepare and be safe. So crazy.
Oh, how nice of him.
He's also he's at 20,000. He doesn't want to monetize. He does accept, some kind of monetary donations if you want to help with gas and to help with things like food and stuff for him while he does it. He's the last at least 48 hours he's been sleeping in his truck or in his vehicle off and on when he needs to. He'll leave the live stream going though. He'll do this number right here where he just parks. And we just stare at a thing. I want to know what's going on. Why are they think the light in the woods? Oh, is he still alive? What in the hell? Nick is muted because he is on the phone, kids. Settle down. Please hold. It is so sad when people gotta do that. They can't figure out a light. Ain't no way they're gonna catch him. That's what they meant. The cops are sleeping or having a snack. That is why they're all obese. Are you serious? I am worried when it gets to be real and of the stream time. Yeah. Yeah, because you can only stream for 12 hours. How long has he been streaming? Ooh, he's getting close. He's at about 10 hours. Let's go back here. Yeah, he's right at 9 hours. Hold on, who are you? Are you back? Did I lose you? Oh, somebody came up on my panel and then they left. Zena, are you there? Hold on. Oh, you must have fell off. All right. Well, anyways, I really should end this anyhow. I've got my own, shift work to do. I just thought maybe I'd get on here and chit chat and bullshit, and that's what I did. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, plan succeeded, right? I mean, it is what it is. I do appreciate everybody joining me again. I'm not even gonna play the outro. Honestly, I probably will be working on something else if I'm gonna. I mean, just something for rebranding wise and redirection of the channel wise. No sense in having all the other um stuff. Oh, hold on. There's no way into the parameters. So they're gonna wait to find out what they're gonna be doing. So if anybody wants to follow Nick, I will get you guys his stream link. If anybody is interested in going over and doing that, you guys are more than welcome to go over. I hit up his Cash App. I'm gonna definitely promote him. Like I said, he's not monetized. He's not planning on monetizing. He's doing this out of the goodness of his heart, and he's accepting stuff for gas and food, drinks, anything that you would need, while he's out on the road, maybe charging devices. But with that being said, guys, I am gonna end this because I've got other shift work to do. I am gonna even though I'm streaming, I'm responsible for an employee still, right? All right, guys. You all have a wonderful evening and enjoy it. Stay safe if you are in the area of all of this. Okay? Bye, guys. Stay loyal, stay true, stay you. Love you. Bye.